Since 2016, chronic homelessness has increased by 65% in the country. A U.S. News report revealed that last year, 40% of all homeless people were unsheltered, meaning they slept in tents, on the streets, or in vehicles. Cities, especially those in warmer climates, have higher rates of homelessness than smaller rural areas. The U.S. Conference of Mayors pointed to the lack of affordable housing as the main problem. It also pointed out that there is a strong relationship between high rates of homelessness and mental health problems or substance abuse. However, experts claim that high housing costs have a more direct relationship to the increase in homelessness. Whatever the reason, but in today's video we will show you Top 10 Poorest Cities in United States in 2023. Keep watching to learn more. Let's start. Number 10. Allentown, Pennsylvania. Located in Lehigh County, Allentown is the third largest city in Pennsylvania. It boasts 4 hospitals, including 2 nationally ranked colleges. Now, how poor is Allentown? Again, this city is better than Detroit, at least for now. Its unemployment rate is 19.8%, while the poverty rate is 25.6%. 1/3 of Allentown residents within the neighborhood improvement zone are living in poverty, and some paying rents close to 75% of their monthly incomes. These findings come despite more than $1 billion being spent in recent years on multiple downtown Allentown redevelopment projects. Number 9. Toledo, Ohio. Toledo is Ohio's 4th most populous city. It has a population of around 275,116 people. Shockingly, Toledo's poverty rate is the highest in Ohio. At least 40% of the residents are living below the poverty line. Toledo's unemployment rate shows it is doing better than Detroit, which is a huge plus. Its unemployment rate is 8.7%. Additionally, the city's poverty rate is 25.6%. What about the crime rate in Toledo? Firstly, don't let the name, Holy Toledo, trick you. People call Toledo the Holy City, but there's nothing holy about the city, considering its crime rate. One's chance of being a victim of property or violent crime is 1 in 25 people. However, it has a crime rate of 39 out of 1,000 people. Number 8. Syracuse, New York. Syracuse is regarded as a regional hub for entertainment in the United States. It boasts several art galleries, museums, performance spaces, and others. Unfortunately, this vibrant city has been wrestling with poverty for years, though the latest figures from the census indicate that things are improving gradually. Syracuse has a population of 142,553 and a poverty rate of 30.3%. Unemployment is a big issue in this city, though their situation is far better than Detroit's. Syracuse's unemployment rate is 10.1 in July 2023. Furthermore, a recent census report indicates that Syracuse boasts the worst child poverty rate among cities, with over 100,000 residents. Shockingly, this city boasts immaculate public parks and Victoria-style homes with gigantic porches. But it is still wallowing in poverty. Number 7. Jackson, Mississippi. Jackson is another impoverished city in the United States, with a population of around 163,778. This city has an unemployment rate of 9.5% and a poverty rate of 24.5%. And it is wrestling with unemployment, infrastructure, and water issues. Jackson lies on Mississippi's western border. And as you already know, a large portion of the state's western border is wallowing in poverty. The largest city in Mississippi, one of the poorest states in the Union, is Jackson. The tax base decreased for years as more wealthy white citizens relocated to the suburbs, contributing to the city's struggling finances. A quarter of Jackson's population now lives in poverty. Number 6. Newark, New Jersey. Nicknamed the Brick City because of its massive brick housing projects, Newark is another poor city in the United States. Houses are cheap in Newark for apparent reasons. Furthermore, Newark fares poorly in critical areas like crime, education, and taxes. The low house prices draw low-income families to the city, but the high crime rate still scares many. The city has a crime rate of 133 crimes per 1,000 individuals. Newark's population is 281,917, and its poverty rate is 28%. So, you can see that many people are wallowing in poverty, despite the revitalization the city has been experiencing in recent years. Furthermore, the unemployment situation hasn't improved much, though it's still better than Detroit's. For example, the unemployment rate in Newark is 13%. Number 5. Rochester, New York. The situation in Rochester is so terrible that over half of the city's children live in poverty. Additionally, 90% of the city's school district children are economically disadvantaged. Rochester has a population of 206,357 people and a poverty rate of approximately 31.3%. But how was the city's fortune back then? Well, shockingly, Rochester was one of the cities many Americans would do anything to move to. The city was home to the headquarters of several large corporations, but this was in the 70s and 80s. However, the city's administrators got greedy and started placing hefty taxes on companies, causing many to leave for other cities. Number 4. Hartford, Connecticut. Hartford is Connecticut's capital city, named on February 21, 1637. But sadly, it's one of the poorest cities in the United States of America. Hartford has an unemployment rate of 14% and a population of around 122,549 people. But how did this city get to this point? Surprisingly, Hartford was the wealthiest city in the United States of America, a position it held for several decades following the Civil War. Called the insurance capital of the world, Hartford is home to the headquarters of several insurance companies. It is shocking to see a one-time rich city become the fourth poorest in the United States. The outmigration Hartford suffered around 1995 made it poorer than it was 5 years ago. Number 3. Dayton, Ohio. Unfortunately, Dayton is among the poorest cities in the United States. We're talking about a city with over 140,444 people. Dayton has a poverty rate of 29.6%, indicating that the city's economic situation hasn't really improved. Was Dayton a poor city from its early days? The answer is no. Dayton had a dramatic and impressive rise in the 20th century. However, several factors truncated the once prosperous city's rise to the top. Dayton, the city struggling with high unemployment and poverty today, was the region's innovation hub back then. And it wasn't even a one-industry city. As a result, the unemployment rate is 31%. Number 2. Cleveland, Ohio. Cleveland is the second poorest city in the United States, with a 10.1% unemployment rate. The city's median income is $26,583. Cleveland's population is approximately 383,331. Plus, there's no racial or ethnic majority in the city. Data from the 2020 U.S. Census shows that Cleveland's population shrank by around 6% in the last 10 years. Number 1. Detroit, Michigan. The first on the list is Detroit, a city occupied by 72,351 people. It has a 20% unemployment rate, higher than any other city in the United States of America. Shockingly, Detroit was the largest city in the country to declare bankruptcy. The region's poverty rate even reached a point that they had to shut down water supplies to thousands of households that failed to pay their water bills. Unfortunately, this city is filled with empty homes, as over 60% of the population has left, for obvious reasons. You can even purchase a home for as little as $1 in Detroit. So I hope you got some good information in this video. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching.